Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Sniper Elite V2 on Sniper Elite difficulty. This is mission 9 of 10. It's entitled Koepenick Launch Site. And I don't like this level. I was on here for a couple of days, 2 hours a day, 4 hours, and I just was not having a good time whatsoever on this stage. So I am here to help you beat it and to prevent you from having the bad time that I had. So what I was originally trying to do was to go to the right, sneak under the turrets, but it just doesn't work. And I don't like the erratic nature of this, because sometimes you'll actually hear that that battle music cues even when you haven't made any mistakes. And one of the issues right here is crawling through these two walls. It doesn't work, so you have to crouch from the prone position and risk getting seen. And basically it's somewhat straightforward. They do want you to go to the church, and from there we're going to take out all of the turrets, because our goal is just to find the trenches. So this chapter and the next chapter, you really don't need any specific loadout. I'll get you through it. But there really isn't that many enemies over here. It's just that you have to have everything coincide, you know, with the thunderclaps and the shooting of the enemies. It makes sure you know that you only shoot when the thunderclaps roar. And other than that, I just don't like this, because there's a lot of bad angles here. There's a lot of open space, even though it doesn't look like it. So the strange thing about the turrets is that they will start shooting at you if they see you, but it doesn't really alert the other enemies unless, like, they bear witness to you getting shot. So it's really peculiar. So what we're going to do is just crawl right in here, but you're going to have to watch out for one enemy leaning against the wall here. And this is just kind of nerve-wracking, because at this point you're completely out in the open, and we want nothing more than just to get inside of the chapel. But again, we have to make sure that we don't make any noise, and if you make noise, there's no repercussions for it. I've completed this game now, and it's up to you. I just try to make this look as professional as I can without making that many mistakes. But if you want just to sprint in here, you will have some enemies coming after you, but they're not going to follow you up here, because they don't mantle up surfaces like this one here. So to get to the trenches, we have to pass through the snipers, and that's a death wish. So the only way to get through there is to kill the snipers, kill the majority of them, or better yet, just kill every single one of them. So I decided, after some consideration, to just put this in fast forward, because these guys have a tendency to keep spawning, and it takes at least 5 minutes of doing. And what you're seeing here, if you can see it, because this isn't fast forward, I'm waiting for the thunderclap of catastrophe. Just kidding. If you know what that reference is, that's good for you. I'm waiting for the thunderclap to go, and I honestly don't think it's necessary, but I was just trying to be cautious. And as you can see, there's an exploding barrel right next to that enemy, but once again, I'm trying to keep things at a low profile. And there is no checkpoint anywhere, so you've got to be extremely careful. So once you finish off the snipers, just check out for anybody on the ground level. Keep your ears open for enemies speaking in close proximity to you. the voices tend to have a nice echo to it, which indicates that they're in the church. So if they are in the church, make sure you equip your assault rifle so that you can take care of them quickly. But they're likely to not be in the church, to be honest. But something about this countryside, this cemetery, this rustic area, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I just didn't like it at all. So here's somebody that was probably waiting for us the entire time, but since he fled, we're going to flee too. So I just wouldn't take any chances if I were you. Kill all of the snipers, and then you can make a break for it. And this, I found, was the best way to do it. See, go to the diamond, but that short distance right there is pretty much impassable if there's any snipers there. The game just will not let you run there, and rightly so, because why would they just let you run there if you don't make any strides to overcome the obstacles in front of you? But here we are now, resting on the first checkpoint of the stage, and we're in some labyrinthine trenches, and I don't know what to think about this, you guys. There's a clear-cut way to do this, and my way is going to encompass just going up here and taking care of this guy who's drinking wine. And when I was shooting him, I was thinking to myself, you don't drink wine unless I tell you to, motherfucker. That's what I was thinking when I felled that guy right there. And I'm not trying to be brash or anything, that's just what I was thinking. That guy drinks watch what time is it? It's 2:19 a.m. That guy drinks wine on my watch, or he doesn't drink wine at all. Sort of like the way Jack Torrance was only supposed to wear English leather in The Shining for some reason. That really bizarre opening to The Shining. All my men wear English leather, or they wear nothing at all. And when I was a teenager, I had some English leather talk. You know, the stuff that you like powder for aftershave. And I would always think about that. But I'm a person that I don't like anything that has a fragrance in it. I'm always respectful of chemically sensitive people, and I am one, so that's why I'm respectful of them. So anyway, you get another checkpoint when you come up here. There's going to be one shitter to dispatch right there, and we're going to be doing a what would you call it? Kind of a fortification scenario coming up here. All my men wear English leather, or they wear nothing at all. What kind of crazy mind wrote that? Anyway, so this is the, let's see, the second to last checkpoint, but you're gonna have to make this checkpoint do a lot of work for you. And what I mean by that is, this new objective, what was that objective? I'm not sure, but you need to kill the station operator as well as this guy here. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to get a certain amount of time to set up all of your defenses and just to go around and collect everything that you need. So I would just say every entrance, just put a trip mine or a landmine. I'm going to go down here and place a couple of landmines, because what these guys do is that they will come in from the outside and come this way. So I'll just put 1 or 2 landmines for these guys. It's not imperative, because what's going to happen upstairs, if you choose to go upstairs, you can wait out this entire thing wherever you want to. Obviously, you want to do it in the safest place possible. But 2 ingress points over here, being the doors. And what's going to happen is we just have to wait for the rocket to get fully fueled. And you don't have to do a single thing over here except survive. If you want to kill enemies in the grassy area downstairs, it's up to you, but you're gonna have to fall back on a really far back checkpoint if you decide to do that and end up perishing. So, do you see the rocket? Once it gets erect, then you get a checkpoint, because that indicates that it's fully fueled. And then what we're going to then do is shoot the conveniently placed gas cap on that, and that will win us the chapter. But for now, we have to make sure that nobody kills us. So if I were you, I would not involve myself in any of the gunfights, even though you see me doing that. It's just that I'm trying to make this a little bit more entertaining instead of just lying on the floor. But if I wasn't doing a guide, that's exactly what I would be doing. I would not participate in this because it has no bearing. This is just, picture a timer being in the middle of the screen, you know, like it's probably like a minute. It's not very long. But what's going to happen here is that some enemies will try to come up here, and it's not even that bad. I mean, you might get one, maybe two enemies coming up here, but that's a hell of a lot better than dozens of enemies coming up here, because I tried to do this several times. I mean, it was like 10 tries, and but once I found this place up here, it was only a few, but they pretty much leave you alone up here. So once you prove to the game that you can survive for X amount of time, you're gonna get a convenient checkpoint. And do you see this whole time? I think only one guy came in the room. So you can even plant some landmines and you know, the different types of proximity mines. You can plant them on the stairs so that you'll have multiple proximity mines. You know, space them out a little bit so they don't blow each other up. But you can do that to make sure that you don't have to go running around outside too much. And if you want to, you don't even have to go down into the basement and plant those landmines that I did. I was just doing that because I knew that the enemies were coming in there and I wanted to get some kills. But again, it doesn't matter how many enemies you kill. It matters that you wait this out. And we've just done that, and we're going to finish this off. Take care of yourselves. I won't do the psychotic take care, but I'm just going to say take care. Take care.